Can't get a visa because the British Embassy is clogged with applications from Russians who want to come to the royal wedding. Luckily, the print that Evgenia was supposed to bring with her was brought by our director, Anna Tchernakov, who is here. A couple of other people who couldn't make it are Hugh, one of our lead actors, who is in a play at the Chapter Arts Centre in Cardiff, and therefore couldn't be here. Play actually directed by a Russian, I think, ironically enough. And Dudley Sutton, who can't be here because he's working on a film called Cockneys versus Zombies. So you could make the rest of it up yourself from there. So, yes, exactly. But actually, they're all, the parts are the zombie with the jaw hanging, and the crazed zombie, and the killer zombie. And I said, "What's your part called, Dudley?" He said, "It's called Eric." So, and one brief note about why this is so important to all of us is this is the first time this film has been shown in 35mm on the big screen in the UK at all. And we had to push very hard to get that, and I discovered today that this tonight is going to be the first time that the 35mm projector in this cinema has been used this year. So it had to be specially tested for us. So now I'd like to hand over to our director, Anna Tchernakov, who will introduce the rest of the members of the cast and crew who are here. Nearly everyone's made it, which is great. Anya.
Thank you very much, Neil, and my deepest thanks for organizing this event. It's been 2 years since the film has been completed, and we're really happy that finally we can show it in the UK. A lot of things changed since then. We have a different government here, fighting yet another unannounced war, and lots of funding has been cut from arts. And the Film Council has been shut down. Not that we got any money from them, but still it's
nobody ever did.
So anyway, and maybe in this situation, we should have been showing you something much more bold and political, but instead you will see a very modest film, which came to life because the producer Evgenia Tirdatova fell in love with very averagely beautiful English countryside when she came over to visit us in Leicestershire. And also because I felt that the image that exists, the image of a Russian, which exists in the UK, well, there are basically two images. One is the oligarchs who buy mansions in Westminster, and another image is trafficked prostitutes. But in fact, there's so many just normal people in England and in other European countries, people of my generation who left Russia in the beginning of perestroika because of various reasons, and who tried to adjust and fit in new life. And I think, well, we all felt that it would be good to make a film about such a character. So we will be happy to answer your questions and talk about it after the screening. And now I will introduce the cast and the crew who are here. And I will start with Marina Blake, who plays the lead. And she's got several prizes for her part in this film. And since we completed it, she's moved back to Moscow, unfortunately, so it's a loss for the UK, I believe. Then Alexandra Maria Tchernakova, who has grown since she played a supporting part in the film. The composer, Gavin Bryars, who vowed never to write any music for cinema, and started writing music for my films 11 or 12 years ago. That'll be following. 12 years ago, and decided to write music for probably every film I will make in the future as well.
I don't think I had a choice.
Jen Henry, who played one of the parts. Eve Pearson. Well, you know Neil, who was a co-producer, one of the co-producers of the movie, and Heather Chason, who again played one of the parts. So I hope you enjoyed the film. It's partly in English, partly in Russian. The parts in Russian are subtitled. So it is actually a different version, because when it was released in Russia, we translated the English dialogue with a voiceover. But I think this version is probably more authentic. So it's a bilingual film about bilingual character, bilingual and multilingual life and culture. Thank you.
As you all know, there is a party afterwards, which is at the China White nightclub. I'm afraid it's a cash bar. But in order to get in, the code word is to use my name, which is Neil. And that means you get into the club free. If you don't, they might charge you. I'll remind you then. Sorry?
What club?
The China White nightclub. Didn't I tell you, Heather?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Because there was a different
all right.
information.
Well, yes. Anyway, so I hope you can all join us for that. So anyway, now I hope you all sit back and enjoy the film.
Hello, darling.
I hope the 35mm objective doesn't work.
My thumb's still weird. Seems to be selective.